anything that gets the juices flowing, like a rivalry game. And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see a team from the American, the Tulane Green Wave, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Tulane Green Wave offense takes the field, and they'll have the ball first. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. To the air on second down. Got it behind the line. It's Barnes. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. They'll try to run for it. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Man, this is a defense that prides themselves on stopping the run, and that is a huge statement on their opponent's opening drive of the game. Third and short, they don't just get a stop. They get a tackle for loss. That sends a very clear message that they're going to be the more physical side today.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. So LSU's offense has the ball for the first time. Scanning the field, it's Nussmeier. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory. Think about when Garrett Nussmeier goes into the quarterback room at LSU and there are giant murals of Joe Burrow and Jaden Daniels, Heisman winners. Jesse, that's some pressure. But man, if he can cut down on the turnovers, he might join them.
Yeah, there's no question about it, Reese. This guy has a lot of talent. I really also just appreciate the fact that he stayed put at LSU. In an era of college football where especially quarterbacks are transferring 2, 3, 4 times, naming off those guys you just did, it would have been so easy for Nussmeier to try to find another opportunity somewhere else. He believes LSU is the best situation for him to win a national championship and get him off to the NFL.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Now on second down. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. It's caught. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. On the ground, it's Durham. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on second down. They're likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing it.
Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
And wow, the defense was in there quick, fast, and in a hurry and shut that run game down. Like, they were ready for that second.
Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A 69-yard touchdown drive. They're set to kick it off. And you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He'll loft one deep down the left side. He's got it inside the 15. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Looking to get it in. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Second and goal coming up. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther. A third and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Looking for the goal line. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Oh, the attempt is no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
Leaves it with the back. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll ride the hot hand. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. He wants to go deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite.
No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Barnes.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. They'll try to get the first through the air. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. They'll wrap him up and bring him down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. The give to the tailback. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Grabbed in the middle. It's Anderson. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
That's a really nice job hauling that pass in, and you think LSU has just been such a breeding ground in recent years for receivers. Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, OBJ, Jarvis Landry, they all have the ability to make a play anywhere on the field, and that's what this guy can do. You can line him up anywhere. He can run routes at all 3 levels of the secondary. The defense has to know where he is lined up every single play.
Motion from the wide receiver. Leaves it with the running back. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Defense thinking run all the way, and you could tell they sell out. They stuff the run. Now it's 3rd and short. Will they run again? Or are you going to force them to pass the football?
Throwing right. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And now the lead is extended a little further.
Well, you're always going to wonder what woulda, coulda, shoulda happened on 4th and inches had they gone for it. But with this kicker, I like taking 3 points and putting it on the board.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
They'll run the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. What a disappointment. No good. The lead is still at double digits, but missed a chance to make it bigger. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. The Green Wave with plenty of options here on 2nd and short. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Looking to fire. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. A strike downfield. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Preston. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Here comes Tulane after picking up the 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Hayes. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
One of the most difficult things about this slot receiver is his shiftiness and his athleticism. He's very, very difficult to tackle after the catch.
Got enough for the 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Cross yardage leaves them looking at 2nd and 14. That's reeled in. It's Hayes. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down. Turning on the Jets. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. No good. The missed field goal still leaves us with a double-digit deficit. Still a 10-point game. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the 1st half. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Handoff from the gun.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
He finds a soft spot in the middle. They bring him down, but not before he gets a 1st down at the 35. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Catch inside the 25. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Looking left. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Toss sweep right. Running to Green. Got the 1st down and more. And he earns a 1st down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lick. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. And the offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun 1st half between these rivals. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. About to start here in the second half. Tulane will kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Fires to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
I think going into halftime trailing, this defense knew that they were going to have to start making plays here in the second half. And early in the third quarter here on this drive, they get a sack. That is really good news for this defense.
They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air, it's Nussmeier. They've got the screen set up. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure, it's a first down. They've already moved the chains a couple of times on this drive, now out close to midfield. Give to the running back. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football.
Deep shot for the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
You don't get a lot of chances like that in games, guys. Take shots downfield, and when you get open, you got to finish the play. The wideout's going to wish he had that one back.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Nice job by the defense on 4th down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that 4th down play. Really good job by this defense.
And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. To the ground with the back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Firing deep. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got room on the return. Stopped at the 46-yard line and just making a play and turning in the interception.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Wants to throw. It's Nussmeier. Under fire. Ball's out. He picks it up, still on his feet. He's dragged down to the ground, but what a play there. Scoops up the loose football and moves the chains.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job with ball security.
And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And those long shots, man, I tell you what, it takes a little bit longer to develop. So as a quarterback, you know you got to buy a little bit of time. Mad respect, man. Hanging in there, knowing he's going to get hit, but still making the big play down the field.
They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1. And the Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. And this was just a low man wins battle right on the doorstep of the goal line, and the defense comes up with the stop. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. He wants it all. And he was shooting for the end zone there, and they couldn't make the completion. They got nothing and liked it, or probably didn't like it on the last play. Now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. It is perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. The give to the back. And he fights his way forward, gets away from 1, but not much doing on that one. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Snap it to the back. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field, because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. A shot toward the end zone. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. The Tigers come to the line needing just inches for the 1st down. It's a running room. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown LSU. Great job by the back on the option.
Man, defenses have to play responsibility football, and you could tell they had the quarterback, but how about the running back? They didn't even play it off the pitch, and he takes full advantage. They constantly put this kind of stress on you with this option, and the defense, they were not where they were supposed to be, and they give up the explosive touchdown.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is good, and the lead moves to 20. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he finished off the drive with a 30-yard scoring scamper. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Hold and fire complete. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through three quarters for these two guys. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. The Green Wave facing second down as we start the fourth. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Hayes. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Here on third down for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. With the catch, it's Preston. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Looks as if that'll be enough for a Tulane first down.
That's a risky play call there, fourth and a couple of yards, and you turn around, you hand it to your running back, you say, my guy's a better athlete than any of yours on defense, and he's going to find a way to keep this drive going.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Reed. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
And I get it. At this point in the second half, dude, we got to make something happen. We haven't been good enough. We got to score a lot of points, and quickly. You got to be aggressive. They tried. They failed again. This game is all but over.
Tackle made at the 9-yard line. After the catch, it'll be 1st and goal. LSU lining up 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass op.
Touchdown, Tigers! And the route is on. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. They'll start this drive going to the air. With the catch, it's Preston. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down. Makes the catch, it's Preston. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point, you're going to have to change your thought process. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one. The Green Wave in a world of hurt on 3rd and long. He's looking to pass. Grabbed behind the line, it's Barnes. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Oh, they're after him. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. The Tigers need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. Lofts one deep down the right side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. And here comes the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Hand off from the shotgun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. Tulane lines up on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He's going up top here late in the game. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. Looking to throw on first down. He'll pull it down and run. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Takes a hit as he fires. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take...
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Off the bootleg and rolling out. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. And after this play, the cake will be baked. And in a 2-possession game, they'll take a knee. Defense can stop it a couple more times. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. And David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.